Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Is the XRP reaccumulation phase of this particular part of the market cycle coming to an end? Well, I'll tell you what. The analysts that I follow, the respectable ones that have been here for some time, all of them believe that we are still in a bull market. You can find a ton of analysts that were the fly-by-night gurus that have decided that, oh my gosh, that price went down a lot, so it's all over, and they've given up on their brand new blogs and their brand new YouTube channels, and they're panicking. They don't even know what to do. They're just like walking in circles in their mom's basement. Like what are you going to do, right? But realistically, what's going to happen, I think, and look, to be clear, I don't have a financial background. This is not financial advice, so don't buy or sell because of me. But what I think is going to happen is what, in general, most respected analysts in the world of crypto think. Bitcoin's going to go up and lead the market, and then the alts are going to follow. But I want to highlight, although I do want to highlight that Bitcoin will perhaps go sooner than later. Soon, relative term, I acknowledge that. Even when that happens, though, it might be the case that you're going to see altcoins decrease as this is like beginning anew, more or less. You're going to see more money flow into Bitcoin. You could see alts take a hit. We did see that towards the latter part of 2020 when Bitcoin really started ramping up. There was a time, and I remember covering it on my channel, where altcoins were taking a hit, but the market moves in tandem, and eventually altcoins did move up. And for a lot of this year, actually, the whole market in a general sense was moving certainly up, although it was Bitcoin that was stealing the show along with select altcoins, including Dogecoin. And so I just wanted to give you a heads up that even if the analysts are right, and we're going to see Bitcoin blast up perhaps a little bit sooner than later, whether it's weeks or a month or two, whatever it ends up being, because analysts do disagree on what the time frame might look like. We might be seeing a dip, but even if we see a dip, it doesn't mean from where the prices are here today. It could mean that XRP and every other altcoin substantially higher than where it is now, and then you take a dip, you're like, okay. But either way, we're still in a bull market, and I firmly believe that. Now, as I record this, XRP is at 83 cents, Bitcoin's at $35,906, market cap at just over $1.5 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance climbing to 44.55%. Which to me is just another indicator that we're nowhere near the end of this damn thing, this market cycle, because the altcoins, that's going to be the most obvious sign on the planet to me. When you see day after day after day, there's another altcoin went parabolic, another one went parabolic, that to me that's going to be a sign that we're reaching the end. But when you're seeing Bitcoin dominance climbing, to me, that's just one of many indicators that there's a lot of life left in this. And so the best, most exciting days for XRP price appreciation, as far as I'm concerned, are yet ahead. And so here's a tweet from somebody who tagged Credible Crypto and wrote, "Pretty sure Credible Crypto is the only one who thinks we're still in a bull market." Now, mind you, Credible Crypto, one of the most popular chart analysts at this point in the world of crypto, 215,000 followers, all up on the Twitters. And so I respectfully disagree with this viewpoint that Credible Crypto would be the only one that thinks we're still in a bull market. All of the fly-by-night many of the fly-by-night gurus, and I'm using air quotes there, gurus. Yeah, fine, you could find a bunch of them that say that we're in a bear market. You could, but the ones that are respected and have been here for a long time, I've noticed that they don't tend to have the same opinion. I was watching a video from the blockchain backer, and I'm not going to rehash his video. That's not what I do here. I share his opinions from time to time, but when I'm talking about price. But he's another analyst that believes every indicator says we're in a bull market still. We're going to have one more final leg up in terms of Bitcoin price action, way up compared to where it is now. Altcoins will follow, and then that will be the end of this bull market for crypto, and then back into bear mode, and we can do it all over again. It'll be a fun time. Hang out with Uncle Moon Lambo. We will do it. I'm definitely going to do it again anyway. But yeah, there's no shortage of analysts that do believe that we're going to see a leg higher here. And so somebody responded to that tweet and wrote, "We are in accumulation, not a bull run." Now that I do agree with, and there's a difference between bull run and bull market. So we are in a bull market. I'm not seeing a whole lot of running right now. So I'd say we're in a bull market. There's been a very big pullback, and it looks like we've been accumulating. And I'll share more about that specifics on that in just a moment. But yes, Credible Crypto seems to pretty well feel the same. And he responded to that and wrote, Accumulation that occurs after a 1,700% run up to new all-time highs is considered re-accumulation, which occurs in the midst of a bull run. Original accumulation occurred in the $3,000 range. And then that individual responded again and wrote, "Does not matter when it occurred in the past, we are in accumulation, in my opinion." And then Credible Crypto said, "You missed my point. Accumulation often occurs in the middle of a bull run. Just because we are in accumulation doesn't mean we are not in a bull run, as you stated above." And so accumulation, it's clearly still occurring here, and I don't think there's an analyst that's really worth their salt that's disagreeing with that. As evidenced by here, I came across a popular chart analyst named Will Clemente, and he was highlighted by Bitcoin maximalist Anthony Pompliano in his letter. And he had some key takeaways here, and I just want to highlight a few of them. I don't want to run through this whole piece. It's very long. It's in great detail. It's fantastic. But there's some key takeaways from this chart analyst, Will Clemente. Number one, accumulation process is nearly complete. And number two, profit taking nearly reset on all time frames. And three, the rate of which short-term holders have been selling has decreased, while the rate that long-term holders are buying has increased. Now, and so that's why, like, all the people that say doomsday here, I'm sitting here thinking, okay. Well, the sellers they're all exhausted here clearly, and the buyers, they've just been increasing the amount that they've been purchasing. Like, that's what the data shows. And so again, I don't want to go through all the specifics, but this guy really broke it down to extremely impressive details. If you happen to be looking at your screen, you can see me scrolling through his whole analysis. Again, outside the scope of this video, it'd be too much for me to cover this whole thing, but it was definitely something. And this is important to me, and it should be important to you too as an XRP holder, because Bitcoin leads the market. As XRP holders, we should want Bitcoin to blast off to incredible, unfathomable levels. Like that is what I would love to see. And not just because I hold Bitcoin, because mind you, XRP, it's my happens to be my largest holding, and it's my favorite cryptocurrency. I love that it's actually being used. Like, everything about it just about is fantastic. Like real world utility, what's that in crypto? That sounds fake, but there it is. It's actually being used in enterprise grade software, right? And so indications are, and you can have analysts debate on what the time frame is going to look like, but this has been a reaccumulation phase in the middle of a bull market, and Bitcoin's going to take off. So don't be surprised if in the short term we actually do see Bitcoin dominance climb perhaps even higher. But it is going to tank again. I firmly believe that. I just don't know when. Last market cycle, it got down to about 35%, and many analysts think this time it's going to go potentially below 30% by the end of the market cycle as altcoins rally. But then all these bubbles are going to inflate. They're all going to pop, and then Bitcoin dominance as we enter the bear market, as things progress, you'll see Bitcoin dominance, I think, a rocket back to where it was. I mean, it wasn't that long ago we saw Bitcoin dominance at 70-80% or whatever it was at before altcoins started picking up a little bit of steam. And so I'm just saying, once we're in like the heart of the bear market, which we're nowhere near at this point, but once we are, I won't be surprised to see Bitcoin at those types of dominance levels again. That won't surprise me at all, because humans just frankly have not figured out which cryptocurrencies deserve to be here for the long haul. They're just not sufficiently parsing out the differences between coins. And so, until something on that level changes, and until I see indications of human behavior changing, I don't think that, I just think it's rinse and repeat, frankly, more or less, with maybe small variations, but in a general sense, that's what I'm expecting here, which is why I do believe you're going to see XRP blast off. I think it will hit its all-time high, and then I think at some point, unknown point in time in the future, it will enter a new realm of price discovery. I'd just be very shocked if that didn't happen at some point in the future. And so then there was this piece on the daily from the Daily Hodl titled, "Are Altcoins Doomed? Here's What's Next for the Crypto Markets," according to trader Michael Vandepop. And so here's what they state. Ethereum and Cardano both had a healthy corrective move in their Bitcoin pairs in the wake of Bitcoin's price surge, Vandepop explains. As top altcoins correct, Vandepop says now is not the time he would sell his alternative assets for Bitcoin. And I want to be clear before I read this quote from him. This applies to all altcoins, and it does end up stating that in the article, but I want to be clear at the outset before I even start reading this. The altcoins, they are going to move in tandem. Yes, some will pop off at different times, but they're all going to take a hit if what he thinks will happen does end up coming to pass here. But if it does, it's going to be a flash of the pan. Like, it doesn't matter. At some point, the rest of the market will rally. All we have to do is precisely nothing. Like, play the waiting game. At least that's how I'm playing. You buy, sell, or hold. I don't care. I'm not telling you what to do. But for me, the answer is nothing. It's the easiest thing on the freaking planet. But anyway, here's a quote. Does it mean that altcoins are dead? Does it mean that we should be swapping altcoins toward Bitcoin at this stage? No, I don't think you should. But you should be realizing that the effect of the altcoins right now is because Bitcoin is getting some momentum. So what is most likely going to happen? Bitcoin consolidating, altcoins bouncing back up, some altcoins continuing the momentum. However, he notes that if Bitcoin makes a bullish break towards the $40,000 level in the short term, it could have a negative relative impact on altcoins. So check out this quote. I would not be surprised if Bitcoin breaks above $40,000 and then in one candle goes to $49,000. And if that happens, that is going to cause pain to the altcoins. So inside this range-bound construction, altcoins will start pacing up with Bitcoin, but the moment that it's eager to start breaking out of this construction, I think altcoins will have some more pain, the final pain. And so again, I just want to put this on the radar out there so that if this happens, we're not going to be freaking out. I won't be freaking out. I've seen this happen before. This happened late last year. I talked about it when it happened. So this won't surprise. And the fact that you're already seeing even now, my gosh, like I said, Bitcoin dominance up to 44.5% now is at the time I'm recording this. You know, it was recently at what, 38, 39% before this corrective measure happened. And so yeah, there was a little bit of a reset here, and if the money's going to flow back into Bitcoin, fine. But you got to sit here wondering, like, how high is Bitcoin going to go? 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, 100,000, 120? I don't know where its peak will be this market cycle, assuming we haven't already seen it. But what are you talking about? Like a 2 or 3-fold increase from here, maybe? If we're lucky, somewhere in that neighborhood. I mean, I could see that happening. Great, 3-fold increase. But what about all these altcoins that haven't run yet? And so that's when you look at it like that, that's why he's saying, you know, maybe don't sell your altcoins to buy Bitcoin. That's effectively what he was saying in this quote that I just shared with you. And so you do what you want. I'm not telling you buy, sell, or hold, but I'm happy to share what I'm doing, which is, again, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I refuse to do anything. Damn it. You can't make me. So there we go. So I'm feeling fantastic about this. It's just another day in the life here. So and that's like, again, you know, the reason that I cover this stuff, even though in the end for me, all of this volatility in between, I'll look back and be like, yeah, it didn't matter. But I've known that the whole time. Doesn't mean that we shouldn't pay attention though, because even though I do believe this, like, first of all, we could all be wrong about whatever the hell we believe, but my gosh, it's just. Well, you have to pay attention for when it pops too, but it's the emotional psychology. I think that's the most important part of all this. That's the reason that I like making videos talking about price, because I feel like if you know of potential outcomes, if they come to pass, even if they're negative, you're less likely to respond with emotion. So you can do whatever you want, but maybe if you're aware of, okay, here's why this is happening, and we thought perhaps it would, maybe not panic, you know. Maybe just make a thoughtful, informed decision. If you want to sell, great. If you want to buy, great. If you want to hold, awesome. Do whatever you want. But it's just, you know, the biggest impediment to people making profit in crypto, it's themselves. Like, it really is. Because you get spooked out when you don't know what's going on, and it's super duper scary, and you put your real money in, and it's tanking, and I totally understand all of that. But history shows us that this market just continues to climb on the whole. Even if you factor in the bear markets, the 80, 90+% drawdowns, the people that have held their Bitcoin, even if they were so unfortunate to buy at the top of the previous market cycle, history has shown that if they've held, they've really made out. So unless you think this whole crypto asset class is going away and Bitcoin's going to zero, then it's just a matter of time, even if you're that unlucky. And so me recognizing all of this, and I do firmly believe that, I feel great. And if it means that I'm wrong and we're entering a bear market now, and if we're in it now and we just don't know, fine, I'll acknowledge it if that's the case. I just don't think it is. And I will still be here, and I will still be running this channel, and I will hold, and I will not sell at levels that would make me take a loss. Period. Not going to happen. You know, this isn't going away. I will be I will outpatient anyone else on the freaking planet. That's the Moon Lambo guarantee, damn it. But looking good as far as I'm concerned. Just wait and see, but I think XRP is absolutely going to pop off, and I think it's going to melt a bunch of faces. It was the number one gainer in crypto in all of 2017. History is going to repeat, I think, and so even if it isn't like number one in terms of percentage, even if it's not, and I don't know, we'll see if it is or not. I just, if you're talking about going to 10 or 20 or $30, my gosh, the bottom of the market for XRP this cycle was 11 cents. It's going to be life-changing for a lot of people. But I'll wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.